Get ready for a Yellowstone spinoff like no other. Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind the hit series, is stepping into the spotlight himself with the same wild drama and intense twists we love. This new show is about to shake up the Dutton universe, and if everything goes smoothly, this could be the next big thing on TV. The Yellowstone universe is expanding. The Yellowstone universe isn't riding off into the sunset just yet. Even after the main series wrapped up with record-breaking ratings on Sunday night, fans still have plenty to look forward to. With at least 4 new spin-offs on the horizon and 2 already in the books, the story is far from over. Let's start with The Madison. Originally pitched as a Yellowstone sequel called 2024, this series is in the works, though no release date has been set. Starring Michelle Pfeiffer alongside a talented cast that includes Patrick J. Adams, Elle Chapman, Matthew Fox, Beau Garrett, and Amaya Miller, this show shifts gears from the ranch drama we know. Paramount describes it as a heartfelt study of grief and human connection, following a New York City family navigating life in Montana's Madison River Valley. Director Christina Alexandra Voro says The Madison paints Montana in a completely different light compared to Yellowstone. It's a fresh perspective with new stories, but the same iconic backdrop. Then there's Four Sixes, a spin-off set on the famous Four Sixes Ranch in Texas. Fans might remember this as the place where Jefferson White's character, Jimmy Herdstrom, headed during Season 4 of Yellowstone. While the plot is still under wraps, White is confirmed to reprise his role as Jimmy. Paramount teased the show as a blend of natural law and human grit in a setting where every decision is high stakes. However, creator Taylor Sheridan revealed the series is currently on pause because he's in the process of purchasing the ranch itself. Sheridan explained to The Hollywood Reporter that this project demands extra care, as the Four Sixes is a real working ranch with actual families living there. Finally, there's 1944, the next chapter in the Yellowstone prequel saga. Following the success of 1883 and 1923, this new series was given the green light last year. Details are scarce, no plot, no casting news, just the promise of another deep dive into the Dutton family roots. If the previous prequels are anything to go by, fans can expect another sweeping tale set against the rugged beauty of the past. With so much on the way, it's clear Yellowstone's legacy is only getting started. But of course, there's one spinoff that everyone keeps talking about. It's not hard to guess. We are, of course, talking about the Beth and Rip-focused storyline that is also in the works. Once again, the details of the project are scarce, but hey, Sheridan would want to put this project on the top of the shelf. You see, fans can't get enough of the Dutton Ranch lovebirds. Plus, everyone wants a happy ending for Beth, and this spinoff better deliver it. The Yellowstone finale sets up a perfect opening for this highly anticipated spinoff. So first, let's take a deep dive into how John Dutton's legacy ends in the Yellowstone universe. Recap of the finale. Yellowstone wrapped up its story by circling back to where it all began, delivering a finale that felt like a goodbye, but left the door wide open for what's next. The finale of Season 5, Part B, titled Life is a Promise, gave fans the closure they didn't know they needed while planting seeds for the Yellowstone universe's future. The 1 hour and 26-minute episode packed in plenty of drama, including emotional farewells, shocking twists, and some intriguing setups for spin-offs. At the heart of it all was the fate of the Yellowstone Ranch. Casey Dutton made the bold move to sell it back to the Broken Rock Reservation, breaking free from his father's legacy and securing a future for his family. But this wasn't the only jaw-dropper. Beth Dutton went full savage, stabbing her brother Jamie in the heart during a scene that had fans gasping. Standing over her father John Dutton's casket, Beth delivered a powerful farewell. "You made me promise not to sell an inch, and I hope you understand that this is me keeping it. There may not be cows on it, but there won't be condos either. We won." She then whispered, "I will avenge you," making it clear she wasn't done with her mission. Beth's revenge came in the form of the ultimate setup. She framed Jamie for their father's murder. By the end of the episode, Jamie was declared missing, leaving his fate deliciously ambiguous. Before sending her brother to the infamous Dutton train station, a not-so-secret place where enemies disappear forever, Beth told her husband, Rip Wheeler, "The last thing I will ever say to my father was making this promise. I'm gonna keep it." Beth didn't come out unscathed, but she quickly bounced back. She and Rip started fresh by purchasing a ranch 40 miles west of Dillon, Montana, far away from developers, tourists, and all the drama. They brought Carter along for the ride, ready to build a new life. Meanwhile, Casey set out to create his own legacy. He launched his own cattle brand with 300 head of cattle, alongside his wife Monica, played by Kelsey Asby, and their son Tate. The rest of the ranch crew found their own paths. The tragic death of Cowboy Colby marked the end of an era, while Teeter took a gig at Bosque Ranch, giving Taylor Sheridan another cameo as horse trainer Travis Wheatley. Ryan got a happy ending too, reuniting with the love that got away. The finale didn't just tie up loose ends, it connected the Yellowstone franchise in an unexpected way. As the Broken Rock tribe moved into Yellowstone Ranch and began dismantling it, they were stopped while removing the headstones of the Dutton ancestors. That's when Elsa Dutton from 1883 made a surprising appearance through a haunting voiceover, bringing the franchise full circle. The final shots captured Montana's stunning landscape as both Casey and Beth settled into their new lives. Casey at the old Yellowstone East Camp, and Beth at her new ranch with Rip. The Dutton saga might be over, but the Yellowstone universe is just getting started. Now, if you're still confused about the ending, look no further. The conclusion of the show heavily relied on the relics of the past, so it might have been a little confusing for the infrequent viewers of Yellowstone. Yellowstone ending explained. To understand the ending of Yellowstone, we need to go back to how 1883 wrapped up. That first prequel, which aired as a limited series from 2021 to 2022, told the story of how the Dutton family first settled in Montana. At the heart of the show was Elsa Dutton, the daughter of James and Margaret Dutton. By the end of the series, Elsa was dying from an infected arrow wound, and her father made a heartbreaking decision. He would bury her in Montana's Paradise Valley, a place so beautiful that it felt like her spirit could live there forever. This choice led to a conversation between James and Spotted Eagle, the chief of the Crow tribe. Spotted Eagle warned James that while the land was good, it came with a price. "The winters are cruel, but the summers are rich," he said. "A man who plans can thrive." However, he also issued a warning. "In 7 generations, my people will rise up and take it back from you." James, understanding the weight of those words, replied, "In 7 generations, you can have it." Fast forward to the finale of Yellowstone, and we see this promise come full circle. Casey Dutton is forced to sell the ranch, but not just to anyone, to Chief Thomas Rainwater of the Broken Rock tribe. The sale isn't about money, it's about respect and legacy. Casey sells the land for just $1.25 per acre, which was the price James Dutton paid when he first arrived in Montana. But Casey doesn't let the ranch go without conditions. He makes Rainwater promise 2 things: that the East Camp will stay with Casey and his family so they'll always have a home, and that the Yellowstone Ranch will never be developed or sold. Rainwater agrees, and the deal is finalized in a powerful ceremony. They shake hands in blood, and Mo sings a native song to honor the moment. Rainwater promises, "I will protect this for you and for all our relations." This ending doesn't just wrap up Yellowstone, it ties together the entire franchise. The show connects Rainwater's family history back to Tiona Rainwater from 1923, showing how the Duttons and the Broken Rock tribe have always been linked. And Elsa Dutton's voice narrates the finale, reminding us of the promises made in 1883. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. The actors felt the weight of this ending too. Luke Grimes said he was emotional when he read the final script, and Kelly Riley teased a scene that explained the entire series. That scene? Likely Elsa's narration, which gave fans a moment to reflect on why this story was told in the first place. In the end, Yellowstone brought everything full circle. The land went back to the people it originally belonged to, and the Duttons got a chance to start fresh while still holding onto a piece of their history. It was a fitting end to a story about family, loyalty, and the sacrifices we make to protect the ones we love. But there was one individual who couldn't really care about the finale. You guessed it. Turns out Kevin Costner has finally broken his silence on his alma mater, as well as the ugly feud with a co-star. The ugly feud. Kevin Costner has finally addressed the shocking Yellowstone finale and rumors about behind-the-scenes drama with his former co-star Luke Grimes. The 69-year-old Hollywood icon who exited the series amidst a highly publicized feud with showrunner Taylor Sheridan was spotted in Aspen shortly after the final episode aired. Fans are still reeling from the gut-wrenching twist that saw his character, John Dutton, meet a tragic end in a staged suicide murder plot. In a brief yet telling comment captured on video by DailyMail.com, Kevin said, "I'm not thinking about it. I don't think I've given it any thoughts. We'll just let it go." His words come as fans grapple with the loss of Yellowstone's patriarch, a character central to the show's success. When asked about his rumored fallout with Luke Grimes, who played his on-screen son Casey Dutton, Kevin simply shook his head, shutting down the topic. Meanwhile, Luke has been far more candid about the situation. Speaking to People, the 40-year-old actor acknowledged Kevin's departure, saying, "Hopefully everyone can see that it was time." Luke went on to describe how the atmosphere on set changed after Kevin's exit. "There was a part of Kevin being gone that meant some of the conflict was gone," he admitted. Not pointing any fingers, but it was actually the easiest season we filmed. In an interview with Men's Health, Luke revealed that he hasn't spoken to Kevin since filming Wrapped, adding, "It's not a case of any hard feelings. He's Kevin Costner. He's a big deal. I've got his number, but I don't feel like it's my place to reach out." The Yellowstone finale itself has sparked heated reactions among fans. Initially, John Dutton's death was framed as a suicide, only for it to be later revealed as a murder-for-hire plot. While some viewers praised the poetic nature of the twist, others were far less forgiving. One frustrated fan tweeted, "It's official! Game of Thrones is no longer the worst finale season ever. Yellowstone has taken that crown." Luke acknowledged the backlash, saying, "People feel sort of cheated, but we were lucky to have Kevin on the show as long as we did." He also shared that Taylor Sheridan had originally planned for John Dutton's death much earlier in the series. In a way, fans got way more of John Dutton than they were supposed to. I'd keep that in mind. Reflecting on the unexpected twists, Luke admitted, "None of us saw it coming the way it did. Sure, there were rumors of blow-ups behind the scenes, but just like in life, these things happen fast and unpredictably." Well, Luke's comments don't really help the upset fans, but for what it's worth, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. The exciting spin-off. The finale of Yellowstone had fans buzzing with anticipation, especially after the dramatic twists involving Kevin Costner's exit and the announcement back in May 2023 that Season 5 Part B would mark the end of the flagship series.